You walk into the gym, the air is thick with determination, the sound of iron crashing, feet pounding, and hearts racing. You're not just here to lift weights, you're here to lift yourself, and every rep, every drop of sweat, every single second demands energy, power, and relentless drive. That's where music steps in, not as background noise, but as fuel. You already know the feeling. That beat drops, and suddenly you've got more in the tank than you thought. You're no longer tired, no longer counting down the seconds. The music lifts you, shakes you awake, and reminds you who you are. That's the power of the right track at the right moment. And in 2025, the best gym songs are doing more than setting the pace. They're building warriors. The playlist this year isn't soft, it isn't slow, it's pure adrenaline, bass, heavy drops, lyrics that punch harder than your last set. Anthems that don't ask you to move, they demand it. Whether it's a fast, tempo hip-hop track that slams into your eardrums, an industrial EDM beat that makes your heart race, or a rock anthem that explodes through your bones, these songs aren't just tracks, they're commands. And what's different now? The artists know what's at stake. They're crafting music for the grind. You hear it in the layering of synths, the raw edge in the vocals, the way the tempo rides the rhythm of your breath as you push through the final reps. There's something powerful about music that meets you where you are, in that moment of exhaustion when your mind says stop, but your will says go. Some of the top tracks this year aren't the ones topping the mainstream charts, they're hidden weapons. Underground bangers, high-energy remixes, artists from every corner of the world fusing genres to create the perfect storm of intensity. These songs aren't for chilling, they're not for driving, they're not for relaxing on a Sunday morning. These are made for the grind, for 6 a.m. alarms, for 2-a-day sessions, for days when motivation is low, but the goal is still in front of you. It's not just about hype, it's about connection. A gym track that hits right speaks directly to your struggle. It taps into that unspoken conversation between your body and your mind. The moment when your muscles say they've had enough, and the beat says not yet. And suddenly you're in the zone. You forget the pain. You lock in. You become a machine. You don't need easy. You need battle-tested. You need chaos with rhythm, fury with purpose. That's what the best gym songs in 2025 bring. Raw energy molded into sound. And whether you're on your first set or your last sprint, the right song will remind you that you've still got more to give. So let the volume rise. Let the bass shake the floor, because every great workout starts with belief and the right song. It believes in you before you even start. Music has always been a powerful force in human life. It moves us, speaks to our emotions, and brings us into states of mind we didn't even know we could reach. But in the gym, music plays an even more crucial role. It's not just entertainment, it's energy. When you step into the gym, your mindset determines everything. Your drive, your stamina, your ability to go beyond the limits you set yesterday. All of it hinges on your mental state. And music is one of the fastest, most effective ways to shift that state instantly. Think about it. You're tired, you had a long day, you're not feeling the fire, then the right song kicks in. Suddenly, your posture changes. Your heart rate increases before you even touch a weight. That beat drops, and it's like something wakes up inside you. Your muscles may not have changed, but your mind just flipped a switch. That's the power of music amplifying your energy. It's a tool, and when used right, it becomes a weapon. It's not just about noise, it's about rhythm. Science shows that music with a fast tempo and strong beat actually influences motor coordination. It syncs with your movement. Your pace on the treadmill matches the beat. Your breathing adjusts. You stop thinking about fatigue and start moving in rhythm. That synchronization allows you to push harder without realizing it. You're not just working out anymore, you're performing. And when it comes to focus, the right gym playlist becomes a tunnel. It drowns out distractions. It silences doubt. When your ears are filled with the roar of motivation, whether it's aggressive rap verses, intense EDM drops, or thunderous rock riffs, you stop looking around. You stop hesitating, you zone in. Your workout becomes a mission, not just a routine. In those moments when your body wants to quit, music steps in as the voice that says, "Keep going." It replaces the negativity with force. You feel something deeper, an emotional connection to what you're doing. That's why the best gym songs don't just have a good beat. They have heart. They carry energy, passion, aggression, and resilience. They don't just tell you to move, they give you a reason to. Energy in the gym isn't always about physical strength. It's mental power. It's the drive to lift one more rep, to sprint one more minute, to finish what you started when nobody's watching. Music gives you that edge. It brings clarity. It brings hype. And in the hardest parts of the workout, when your energy is low and your mind is tempted to back down, the right track can flip the narrative completely. That's why music is more than background noise in the gym. It's a vital part of the process. The right song can elevate a mediocre workout into a breakthrough session. It amplifies not just the sound, but your performance, your mindset, and your willpower. It's not optional, it's essential. The sound of the gym in 2025 is not what it used to be. This year's best workout tracks don't just sit in the background. They explode through speakers with purpose. They're built for intensity, for movement, and for pushing limits. The shift is clear. Bass, heavy, high-energy tracks are dominating, and they're being designed specifically with performance in mind. Whether it's the driving pulse of electronic music, the raw energy of hard, hitting hip-hop, or the aggressive edge of metal and industrial remixes, these songs aren't casual listens. They're made to activate something inside you. Producers and artists today understand the psychology of movement. They know that in a workout environment, people don't need complexity or subtlety. They need drive. That's why the best gym tracks in 2025 are stripped of distractions. They're built with powerful drops, relentless beats, and hooks that hit like a punch. These songs start fast and stay intense, leaving no room for hesitation. From the first second, they tell your body it's time to move. There's a reason bass is at the core of this trend. Heavy bass physically affects the body. It vibrates in your chest, reverberates through your muscles, and creates a visceral response that triggers adrenaline. That deep, rumbling low end doesn't just sound intense, it feels intense. When it's paired with a fast tempo, it becomes the perfect backdrop for high-effort activity. You're not just listening to music, you're syncing with it. Your pace, your rhythm, your breathing. All of it aligns with that beat, and suddenly the effort doesn't feel as heavy. The sound is carrying you. Tempo matters too. Most of the top gym songs now range between 120 and 150 beats per minute, the sweet spot for high-energy training. That tempo naturally elevates heart rate and enhances performance. Whether you're doing cardio, lifting, or heat, the rhythm locks you in. It doesn't let up. The steady drive keeps your body moving forward, even when your mind might be tempted to slow down. That's by design. These tracks are engineered to outlast your excuses. Lyrics play their part as well. In 2025, the trend leans toward motivational hooks, bold mantras, and aggressive verses. These aren't songs about heartbreak or nostalgia. They are about resilience, dominance, and self-mastery. They speak to the athlete, the fighter, the grinder in you. Every line hits with intention. When the music talks about rising, conquering, enduring, it's not just noise, it's permission to go harder. And it's not just the mainstream artists leading the way. Independent creators, underground DJ, and niche producers are dropping some of the most impactful gym tracks out there. They're tapping into sounds that aren't limited by genre. You'll hear trap blended with metal, EDM fused with drill, or techno with cinematic flair. It's not about fitting into a box, it's about building a sound that matches your hustle. So when you hear a 2025 gym anthem, you know it immediately. The energy is undeniable, the production is aggressive, the tempo is relentless. These songs don't relax you. They fire you up, take over your mindset, and help you break through barriers. There's a moment in every workout when the body starts to hesitate. The muscles begin to fatigue, the breath shortens, and the mind quietly starts crafting reasons to stop. This is the mental wall, the invisible barrier that separates an average session from a breakthrough one. The best gym songs in 2025 are engineered to tear that wall down. They're not just music to move to. They are tools to reset your mindset, to light a fire when your energy is fading. These songs speak to something deeper than just motivation. They push mental boundaries and spark a kind of controlled aggression that fuels physical endurance. What sets these tracks apart is their ability to instantly change your internal dialogue. You might walk into the gym tired, distracted, or unmotivated. Then a certain song hits, the beat drops, the rhythm kicks in, and suddenly everything else disappears. That music doesn't just fill your ears, it fills your head. The outside world fades away, and your focus narrows to one thing: the work in front of you. Distractions vanish, fatigue is muted, all that exists is effort. This power to influence thought patterns is what gives the best workout music its edge. It speaks directly to the part of the brain responsible for emotion and decision making. You stop negotiating with yourself. You stop listening to the voice that says, "That's enough." The lyrics become louder than doubt. The bass becomes louder than pain. And you find yourself pushing harder, not because your body magically has more strength, but because your mind has found the reason to keep going. These songs often come with an aggressive edge. They're not always friendly or soft. Instead, they challenge you. They push back. The tone is assertive, sometimes even confrontational, because that's what the moment calls for. When your muscles are burning and your lungs are on fire, you don't need gentle encouragement. You need something that demands you stand up and finish strong. That's why the lyrics often echo themes like domination, perseverance, and transformation. They remind you that struggle is temporary, but strength is permanent. This isn't about just lifting more or running faster. It's about developing mental grit. Every time you push past your limits with the help of that one powerful track, you train your brain to respond differently to resistance. You stop seeing hard as a reason to quit and start seeing it as a reason to dig deeper. That mindset shift doesn't just stay in the gym. It carries into life. The same mental strength that pushes through a tough workout, pushes through stress, setbacks, and failure. Music doesn't remove the struggle, it reframes it. It changes the emotional tone of the challenge. A hard workout becomes a battle you're excited to fight. Pain becomes part of the process, not something to fear. And with each drop, chorus, and verse, that energy is renewed. Your body might be tired, but the right song will convince your mind that you've still got more to give. And when your mind believes it, your body follows. The gym playlists of 2025 are shifting in bold, exciting directions. And one of the biggest changes is where the best tracks are coming from. Unlike previous years when mainstream hits dominated the workout scene, this year belongs to the underground. Genre-fused, independently produced, and globally inspired tracks are now leading the charge. These songs aren't polished for radio. They're built for impact, grit, and relentless energy. You won't always hear them on top charts, but you'll feel them where it counts. In the middle of your hardest set, in the burn of your final sprint, in the push that defies fatigue. There's a raw authenticity in underground music that aligns perfectly with the gym environment. These tracks aren't trying to appeal to the masses. They're made with a specific kind of listener in mind. Someone who values effort over appearance, work over noise, intensity over trend. That same mindset is what powers every serious athlete or gym goer. So when you find a song that's been created by someone who understands that grind, it hits different. It feels like it was made for you. One of the key drivers of this movement is genre fusion. Artists aren't sticking to one sound anymore. They're blending hardstyle with rap, trap with rock, techno with industrial grit. This mashup of styles creates music that defies boundaries, just like the people listening to it. You don't want a predictable beat or a recycled hook. You want something fresh, something wild, something that builds and explodes with the same intensity you bring to your workout. These genre-fused tracks deliver exactly that. Global influences are also shaping the sound. Producers from Europe, Asia, South America, and Africa are introducing new rhythms, percussion patterns, and cultural styles into gym music. The result is a wave of diversity that expands what high-energy music can be. You might be lifting to a Turkish trap beat 1 minute, running to a Brazilian funk drop the next. It keeps things exciting and unpredictable. More importantly, it reflects the global nature of fitness today, driven by people everywhere, united by effort and energy. Independent producers are leading much of this charge. Without the constraints of commercial labels, they're free to experiment, to go harder, faster, darker. Many of them design music specifically for the gym environment. They think about BPM, intensity curves, drop timing, and how each element of the track will interact with movement. This attention to detail results in music that feels aligned with your effort, not just playing alongside it. What makes these underground and genre-fused tracks so effective is their refusal to be passive. They challenge you from the first second. They demand focus, they demand energy, and they give you a rhythm that keeps your body moving when your mind is ready to stop. These aren't songs you casually listen to. They're songs you train with, struggle with, and grow through. They don't care about popularity, they care about performance. And in 2025, that's exactly what the gym needs. There's a shift that happens the moment the right beat drops. It's almost invisible, but if you've felt it, you know. It's that instant when your body, which seconds ago was heavy with fatigue, suddenly finds new strength. When your mind, clouded by doubt, clears with sharp focus. When everything inside you syncs with the rhythm, and struggle turns into momentum. That's the power of music. And in 2025, the best gym tracks are doing more than just setting a mood. They're transforming the entire workout experience. These songs don't just help you move. They turn your pain into purpose and your hesitation into drive. Momentum is one of the most important forces in any fitness journey. It's not about how hard you can go for 1 minute. It's about how long you can stay in the zone, how long you can keep pushing forward without slipping back. That's where the right music comes in. It gives your workout a pulse, a rhythm to move with, and an emotional surge that refuses to let up. When the song's structure mirrors your intensity building, peaking, holding, it pushes you forward without you even realizing it. The best gym music in 2025 is built for this exact function. From the first beat, it sets a tone that refuses to drop. Fast tempos, layered synths, aggressive transitions, these elements don't just sound good, they feel like motion. Even when your body is on the edge of giving out, the rhythm pulls you back in. It becomes a partner in the grind. You feel carried by it, even when everything else wants to slow down. What makes this music so effective is its ability to communicate without words. Even instrumental tracks with no lyrics at all can tell a story. One of progress, of conflict, of rising again after falling. When you're tired and your internal voice is saying, "Stop, it's enough," the music becomes a louder voice that says, "Not yet." It doesn't ask politely. It commands, and in those moments, it's not just rhythm, it's resistance to failure. This momentum isn't only physical, it's mental. The right song can keep you locked into your goal with unwavering focus. It cuts off distractions, silences the voice of doubt, and turns a scattered mindset into one that's sharp and dialed in. It's not magic, it's chemistry. Music impacts your nervous system, your mood, and your perception of effort. That means a song can make a hard workout feel lighter, can make a long run feel shorter, and can make a final set feel possible when it shouldn't be. When you find that perfect track, you're not just hearing it, you're absorbing it. It becomes a loop in your head, a chant for your effort, a rhythm for your resilience. It reminds you of why you started and convinces you not to stop. In 2025, the best gym songs are more than just background. They're fuel, they're focus, and they're force. They transform the grind into growth and carry you farther than your body thought it could go. In 2025, the connection between music and performance in the gym has reached an entirely new level. The best workout songs aren't just high energy. They're engineered to push limits, to refocus the mind, and to ignite something deeper than just physical movement. From underground beats to genre-fused anthems, today's gym music isn't background noise. It's a driving force. It fuels intensity, sharpens focus, and builds unstoppable momentum. Whether it's the heavy bass, fast tempo, or aggressive lyrics, these tracks are designed to meet you at your edge and carry you beyond it. They're not just songs anymore, they're part of the workout, part of the process, and part of the transformation.